Good morning, everybody. It's the 14th of September. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Morning, guys.
Morning,
Good
all.
morning.
Both good?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, fair to middling.
Superb.
Good
Nice
cricket
haircut, Joe.
yesterday.
So that, well, what happened there? What? Haircut?
Wait,
Haircut, yeah.
Hit by two sides there.
Did you say cricket?
Yeah, cricket was good
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, that was very exciting.
Absolutely. And Arsenal are top of the league.
Well, actually, they were top of the league at the start of play, weren't they? Because of
On alphabetical order.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
Bournemouth aren't in the league, we start at top.
Yeah,
happy days. But nice to have football back. Cracking game for Liverpool as well. Liverpool
that
Leeds.
was very, very fun.
Leeds
That's
decent, I think.
that's the sort of game you really want the fans at as well, isn't it? Because the Leeds fans are pretty cool fans, and
Yeah.
But yeah, all fun and games.
So did you guys have one last hurrah yesterday with all your friends and family before you were being limited to 6 people?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get my results through until about 10 o'clock yesterday morning.
Right.
No, did absolutely nothing. I've done 0-0. In fact, I've not had a drink since Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, for me, that's quite a big wow, isn't it?
All good. So what's going on with the markets this morning? Anything of note that you guys have seen? I know you just said that you done a load of work over the weekend, Ian, but hasn't saved. So hopefully you can remember some of it.
Well, mainly sort of just looking at correlation of pairs. It's and I've not done a sort of spreadsheet, but I've done sort of paperwork with it as well. I was just looking at sterling really this morning. Obviously, we've got the House of Commons debate, haven't we, about this international bill, and it's going to be. Well, it's a catalyst for sterling. And if we go to sort of cable chart, we've got a 261.8% fib here. But what I quite like is just the other sort of correlation with the other sterling pairs. There's a 361.8% fib up here. But if you go to this chart here, we just sort of hit a channel top in euro sterling. So we could see maybe a bit of sterling strength, but again, going just back to the other sort of crosses, and I can't remember where I kept the old ones now. Let's have a look. Is it there? Yeah, it's sort of so sterling Aussie. There's a fib here. It's sort of held quite nice. The fibs as well, 61.8% here, and then we're just starting to move up again this morning. Sterling New Zealand is a 361.8% fib. Sterling CAD is a 361.8% fib, and sterling Swiss is a crab, which talked about on Friday. I didn't get stopped out, but I went far off. So I think that again, who knows what's going to happen in and what the end result is, but it is looking like sterling's oversold basically, which is what I'm focusing on today. I think everything else is sort of mid ground. I mean, if you look at these baskets, sort of the dollar index, and just concentrate on this one here. In fact, I'll just bring it down here. These are the daily charts. I mean, this is sort of just a period of consolidation, and then again, sort of reverse for euro, Swiss. They're all just the major currency pairs are just consolidating, and really over the last sort of 2 weeks, this is the only one that's really had a go, which is sterling. So even though we think we're playing all the other currency pairs, we're not really, because they're just consolidating, and it's sterling that's really made the move to the downside. So
yeah, not sure what's going to happen really with that today. It seems though it's getting a bit heated, the whole Brexit scenario. All former prime ministers sort of stepping in, and
it's whether or not he's breaking the law. And I suppose if they say that he is, and sterling's going to get another kick to the downside, surely. But sort of technically, it just looks like it might be cooked for now.
Yeah. Just looking at sort of other bits and pieces, sort of indices and gold, and just don't really appear to be going anywhere. I mean, sorry, a bit of a mess on that chart, but in the last hour or so, they're all looking as though they're forming outside candles.
Yeah.
Bearish outside candles. So that's the FTSE. Decent sort of reversal posted there. If you look at the CAC, it's a similar situation, although had a little bit of a push up and maybe a false break higher. All very, I mean, you could say there's a bit of an inverse head and shoulders there, and I think I saw that as well on the Euro stocks. But yeah, some fairly powerful reversals there. So it might be a case that we do see a bit more selling off in some of the indices. Gold was the other thing that I wanted to highlight, not for any particular reason other than it's just sort of not doing a lot really. It's still stuck in this triangle and not really going anywhere. So finding it a bit challenging to find decent ideas this morning.
Yeah.
Steve, is there anything you're looking at all?
No, I sort of tend to agree with Ian on the sterling. What's going on in there? We've had obviously a decent correction lower. It's broken the upward trending support, which is only these 2 points. Well, you could say it's 3 points, but it's broken and closed below that support. But obviously, if you go back to the horizontal levels, you can see that this is quite pivotal around this level, around the 127.50, 128 level. So yeah, pretty oversold and potential for a correction there. We obviously had this on the 4-hour chart, the head and shoulders formation, which played out really nice and extended a lot lower than it was really the measured move target was. Yeah, FTSE.
Makes you wonder whether or not he's got something in his back pocket, doesn't it, old Boris?
Oh, I doubt it very much. A little bit of excess Corona, I reckon, but that's it. I can't see that.
Would you blatantly be flaunting international law? I mean, it's
I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's what law is all about. Lawyers can argue till the cows come home about anything, even if it's black and white. So there'll always be a he would have had advice on everything he does, and if there is a sort of like a grey area somewhere, then you'll sort of like say, oh, you've broken the law, blah blah blah, but then you appeal it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, the news is out. Everyone is watching it and knows about it. So it's not going to be something that catches everyone by surprise because it's expected. So a resolve will be expected one way or the other. It's just which way it goes. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone seems to be breaking the law recently, don't they? So yeah, you could sort of like I don't know, have that approach. But I suppose sort of like the rest of the week we'll sort of like see it pan out a little bit more. But it does feel a little bit I don't know, ready for the sort of like, are we preparing ourselves for the October move? I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. No, I've really sort of like NASDAQ still under a little bit of pressure, not really coming back and not really fighting back too strongly this morning. But then obviously if you look at the 4-hour chart, we've got a nice sort of like potential double bottom here if we break above this 1158 5 level.
So certainly back against that, would you, in US markets?
No, exactly. You sort of like keep looking for these, and this again, they sort of like stalled around the previous swing low. So I'd sort of watch NASDAQ closely this week. Yeah. But yeah, okay. Apart from that, it all feels a little bit
watching, waiting.
Yeah. So
okay. Well, let's go to the gun to the head stuff from Friday. We had trades on Euro Sterling, which we were long. We had a Sterling Swiss long and a S&P short. Steve, you had the biggest winner on the day, which was a 1.12R win on Euro Sterling.
Get in there.
I had a 0.98 win on the S&P 500, and Ian, you had a small loss on Sterling Swiss. I was looking at the chart on that this morning. It just didn't really go anywhere, did it?
No. Bit like me.
all fizzled out a little bit, didn't it, towards the end of the week? So we made some money on Friday, which is good overall. We're off of the sort of at that consolidation phase, hopefully, and going to start kicking on higher from here. So which one of you two has a winning trade for us today?
I'm going to go with the same one.
Don't all go at once.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with my sterling Swiss.
Go on in.
So I'm just going to adjust these to a better level now. There you go. Long at 116.59. Stop at 115.81. Targeting 120.55 for smacking in sterling.
Boom. Right. I am going to go with Euro Stocks 50. Just over the last hour, as I spoke about, we've seen this big outside candle form. Also had a little bit of a look above the recent swing high before sellers stepped in. So I'm going to sell that now at 3,330. Going to target a move down to 3,260 with a stop loss at 3,352. So 3.3R. A lot of threes in that. If that comes in today. So that's my trade for the day, looking at selling Euro Stocks 50.
Good luck.
Steve?
I'm going to sell FTSE. Little shooting star forming on the 4-hour chart that will be confirmed in an hour's time. So hopefully it stays down here. So I'm getting short at 60, 43. Keep the threes going. I'll have my stop at 60.83. And target, I'm going to target a swing low. Let's fucking go for it, shall we? 59.33. So I won't go too mad. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Good.
Well, I'm not. It's trading 2 ticks against me at the moment.
Okay, let's see how they go then. So just to recap, we've got a short on the FTSE at 60.45. We've got a long on sterling Swiss. What was your entry on that, Ian?
116.59.
Okay. And a short on Euro Stocks 50.
60.43. Oh, sorry, my FTSE. I thought you were talking about. Sorry.
Euro Stocks 3,330. Okay, so news-wise, later today, not much. We've got Eurozone industrial production at 10 a.m. That's expected to fall to 8.2% year on year. And then it's just a case of looking ahead to what central banks do. We've got the Bank of England, Bank of Japan, and the Fed all stepping up. And obviously key news will be coming from Boris Johnson, who's facing mutiny within his own ranks as he tries to push through this bill that would see international law broken. So we're expecting some headlines to come out from that, and we'll try and post them into various chats once we see them and see what impact they have, I guess.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cool. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Cheers.
Enjoy. Cheers, guys.